Hello, 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 and welcome in to the South Park Phone Destroyer Show. At least the weekly update, that is. Welcome in. This is for week 17, week 18 upcoming. We're going to be looking back at the at the games for last week. We're going to be looking at the deck for next week, as well as we're going to be looking at the weekly update for the next 2 weeks, actually. As if you didn't know, the developer update is going to change to a bi-weekly setup. So instead of going every week with this, it's actually only going to be every 2 weeks. So that's going to impact our weekly update a bit because a bulk of the, I wouldn't say a bulk, most of the stream is watching the games from the previous week, but sometimes all of the update is pretty much the update because it's balance changes or it's a new card or whatever it might be. So I think I'll definitely want to fill the time. I don't think I'll want to go like an hour long update and a half an hour long update and an hour long update and a half an hour long update. I think what I'll want is something to fill that void. And what I kind of came up with was a Q&A session, and to kind of make us want to do the Q&A more, or I guess to have a reason to do a Q&A, because you guys can ask me questions whenever the fuck you want. I'll see if we can have a guest in voice chat for that part, so we can kind of interact with that person, and it'll probably be somebody prominent. If I only have to do it every 2 weeks, it could probably be somebody prominent in the community, whether it's a team leader or like a mod for Discord or something like that, whoever it might be. We'll get them on and we'll have some fun. Pillar doesn't want to interact with the fucking savages. Yeah, so we'll be the liaison. Hey, Jimmy James is here. See, I told you I got make love to you woman back. I'm the first guest, obviously best in the game. I mean, that's true. But yeah, Sea Urchin could be on and you guys could ask her questions. And basically how it would work is, in order to ask the question, you just type Q, this is my question, and then I have a bot that will basically take all of those. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Dummy. This fucking dummy. Appreciate you, buddy. Was that loud enough? Do I have to make that louder? I can do it. I can do it. But anyway, as you add more questions, anything that you lead with Q: will go into a separate list. And even if you typed it in chat 8 hours ago and I didn't see it, it would make it louder. Okay, I'll work on it. And I didn't see it and I missed it in chat, then we'll be able to see it for the Q&A. But I'll give you guys a heads up for who the guest might be. Next week we'll do a guest. We'll see what it ends up being. Make it spin. Yeah, I need to change the Oh my god, who the hell cares? Well, I actually had everything a little lower, but I need to change a couple things on those alerts. Those are just the interim alerts until I get some of the other stuff set back up, like the Gooble Gobble and shit like that. But some of it's still good. Like the sub one is pretty good, and I think if you do donations, it's still cheesy poofs. So, or no, it's beefcake. Beefcake. Anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the last games from last week, from yesterday, really. If you didn't know, something exciting happened. We're not gonna watch this game because I already did a shoutcast of this game specifically on Facebook. So if you wanted to check out Facebook, Glanzer Gaming on Facebook, I'd appreciate it if you guys followed me over there. I'm pretty close to a point where I could do a couple streams over on Facebook and start getting monetized over there on my videos. So that'd be kind of cool. Because some of those videos, when I post them to the right places, they get, hundreds of views just like everything else does. So anywho, and the format is nice. It's a nice box format. It looks pretty good. Anyway, go check it out. What happened was I matched somebody from Chef's Elite. Chef's Elite was matched up with Dire Tide this week. Dire Tide had one less run than Chef's Elite. Had one more run than Chef's Elite at the end of it. But I beat the person from Chef's Elite and I actually saw their games that I beat them and put them 1 win, 2 losses, and then they lost the next game as well. Hype Train. What's up, Savage?
Dummy.
This fucking dummy. Was that a little bit louder, guys? Was that good enough? Facebook is a cesspool, though. I mean, not my page. It's just me and you, baby. But anyway, I beat that person. They ended up getting a 24 for chefs, which ended up making them lose to Dire Tide. And Illuminati also lost to Free to Play Whales. Black Lotus won. All around, it was good. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I need to. I'll see about getting that. I'll see about getting that louder. I might have to throw it into Audacity and pump the decibels. Actually, let me see if I can update that. So this Adventure Lock this week was actually a lot of fun. Mimsy, Barrel Dougie, and Starvin' Marvin was just a blast. Just a blast. I had so much fun. We're going to wait on the Incan because level 4 Incan will actually kill the mecha. So he screws up here by pulling the Murph. He actually put his mecha within range. He had no reason to pull the Murph there. He's actually in pretty good shape. So one thing that you got to learn about mecha is that you do not use mecha unless the ability truly does something. And in these cases, or in that case, all it did was push me back into my side, which benefits me almost every time. That was too bad, but the Dougie coming through. The hyperdrive on the Dougie to guarantee that it gets the hit off. Just too easy. Too easy. These ones are just feel-good wins. It was a lot of fun with the... Merc Demons got third in our bracket. That's funny. Oh, my bad, guys. I'm stupid. I thought it was pulled up. That's all right. It was just an Adventure Lock one with Mimsy kicking ass. There it is. Mimsy was going hard that time, and then we killed him with Barrel Dougie. I guess we could just go watch it again, but it's not that important. Oh, we got Bubby. I was waiting on the Incan so that we could smack the mecha, but then he hits me with that regen, and I was like, oh damn, pretty good. But now mecha's gonna retarget. Very bad poison, if you ask me. Very bad poison. The mind control there, not bad, but we're gonna kill him. The Mackie gonna protect. He's got 9, or I got 9 HP. He's got 41. But the BHK was very poorly played, and Mackie is just gonna walk through. Bubby. And then Dougie coming through. I could have freeze raid right here and probably gotten it. Bubba, you're just a big boy. Wow! 9 HP. Look at that big boy. What up, Fat Seb? All right, now we got Carbo. Carbohydrates. What a terrible BHK, right? All right, we got Mimsy again. Let's do it. Mimsy. Pretty good. Although level 3 is going to take a while to kill Mimsy. Stan the Great, pretty good as well. But I'll probably get 2 off. Moves him out of the way. I mean, this guy just spent so much energy to stop Mimsy. And Mimsy still does half of the bar. The Stan the Great positioned terribly, doesn't start hitting the Mimsy. Oh my god. Mimsy, take it! Oh, Stan the Great does it twice. That is just terrible. Incan gonna take out both of them. Oh no. Old Incan would have taken the bar right there too. Sizzler attack so slow now. Yeah, you really got to get him boosted. Sizzler not great this week because of Stan the Great. Stan the Great really counters Sizzler. Also, Dragon Slayer counters him. Wasn't the choice this week, in my opinion. All the stun you needed was that Chaos right here. The Chaos with the extra 60 from the Mackie, dangerously good. Dangerously strong. Boom, he missed my Chaos. Whoops. And we're able to take it down. Oh, Bubba. You're just a good boy. We got the double. We got the... I thought we were at the final bar. I'm stupid. Because we wasted that. I could have freeze right here, though. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I could have done it. I should have freeze rate hyperdrive for the win, Bubby. I should have done it, Bubby. I should have done it, boy. Yeah. You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. You just want to be loved. You just want to be lovey-hoveyed. The DSR. Getting the Mackie, which was probably the best target this week for sure. We're like, okay, go for it. I'm like, the moment he played the mind control, I played the Mimsy. Because the only thing I was really worried about was him mind controlling Mimsy away. And now, no sizzles. No sizzles. And even though the Dougie's going to take the second bar, I'm not even worried. Because Mimsy's a beast. Hilarious. All right, we got Blue Bucket versus Mary Jane Randy. Name I've seen before. I think he's a D ranker, but he's at 79.90, which is decent rank. I wouldn't say that's D ranked necessarily. This kitty is just so lovey today. You're just such a lovey boy. You're so lovey. He wants to shoutcast it. Bubby, shoutcast it. Shoutcast it, Bubby. No? Okay. Murph behind New Kid, not ideal. You don't want to play Murph and Maxi like that because it's just, you know, it's just waiting for Dragon Slayer value. My Maxi is doing all right. Still surviving. The Stand the Great helped lower the damage a little bit there for sure. And as you can tell, I specifically made sure I only used it when Chaos was hitting Maxi, because that's going to be the biggest damage. And then I waited for the DSR. Not only did I wait for the DSR until they were in good range, I waited until the Stand the Great ability started going away. So then I maximized the total damage reduction there. Sure he's just ranked up for reset? Yeah. I've definitely played him ladder, and he's had a fairly decent deck. And obviously, you know, level 7 Belf and shit. And, you know, the levels that he has is probably just exactly the highest his team got, and he's just on a shitty team. That was a bad mecha mind control, but at this point it didn't really matter. Plus 40 from the BHK earlier makes Maxi actually pretty damn strong. And then same is true. Oh, and this almost pissed me off. So he bailed right here, and this almost made my Dougie get hit by New Kid Blast here, which would have been kind of frustrating. And now we fart on him because he tried to fuck us over. Let's all say fuck this guy. Bubby, join me. Join me, Bubby. Fuck this guy for trying to cheat us. Yeah. Why can't he just sit there and take the loss, huh? Why can't he sit there and take the loss? Why can't he sit there? What? Why can't he sit there? It's probably his third loss. Fuck that guy. Oh, Papa. All right. Now we got... Look at this. We got top Buckethead. We got top Buckethead. Buckethead versus Buckethead. Definitely not Buckethead. Oh my god. This guy has no idea he's going up against the OG. This week it was okay to lead tank versus tank. Let them play first. Way to beat. Play yours. You get the slight advantage of having it just slightly on your side. You'll see that here. Now the mecha comes out. Even keel here. That's pretty much the only play you can make there. BHK behind is a little dangerous. Osimo's so slow that Bounty Hunter can speed up behind him real quickly. Right here, I don't think Bounty Hunter's the right play, so I'm going to play Belf. I'm kind of baiting the regen or the poison at this point, but he gave us very good DSR value, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Then we're going to drop the poison. You can see that I waited until the poison wasn't just going to be easily regenable, because he just dropped the 4 energy from the DSR, so he's not going to be able to deal with the Ooh, the poison. Nice poison, actually. He wouldn't be able to deal with the... Ah, that would have healed Belf. That was too bad. I can't remember what he's going to deal with. What was it? Hold on, look back. Oh, he wouldn't be able to regen the poison, is what I was trying to say. Wouldn't be able to deal with the poison with regen. Because pretty much this week, you only played Bounty Hunter when you had enough energy to play regen shortly after that. And then otherwise just... If you play Bounty Hunter and they poison him and he dies, you might lose, because that's like that's a big deal. But if he survives that, well, you know what? You might not lose. You might not lose, but if he survives that, you're gonna definitely fucking win. I don't know what happened there. Did Mecha? Oh no, his own Belf killed him. His own Belf killed him and got the heal. His own Belf killed him and got the heal from his own... Oh, that is priceless. Priceless moment. Oh, that's great. He's the bottom bucket bitch. So right here, like I was saying, it's okay to counter the same. It's probably technically better in this situation to counter with Osimo. That gives me an advantage. Max, he's much faster. I can slow play with Osimo. But like for like, I like the chances. In any matchup, if I play somebody like card for card early like this, I feel strongly that I'm going to end up winning. So here it's better to play the Mecha. Like I was saying earlier, BHK, not really great, but in case he gets crazy, we're going to play the Stand the Great so we can remove that boost that might be applied. Now, we don't play the Mecha here. Some lesser players might play the Mecha here. Maybe you could play the Mecha to get... If the Mecha was in closer range to the BHK, you could use the Mecha and then maybe get the hits on the BHK with Mecha. That would be useful. But at this point, you can already see I'm doing way more damage than he is. And especially with the Stand the Great on my side. So now what he did here, all he did really was push it a little bit more on my side, inevitably there. He did kill the Stand the Great, but then now his tank is going low. And I waited for my ability to use, and I killed his Chaos with my ability. So he killed my Stand the Great, I killed his Chaos. My Stand the Great already got 6 energy worth of fucking value for how much damage he reduced. Now, the Mackie is still alive, getting poisoned. Now we're going to regen, and the BHK boosting everybody. Mackie's still alive. That regen, just too good. Mackie surviving, New Kid Blast even. I mean, this is just incredible. We're going to use the Mecha Mind Control, get that blast on the DSR, helping us clear it out. And now we Dougie for the finish. Congratulations. Yeah, that speed boost is really gonna do it. Yeah, I mean Maxie, not Mackie, my bad. It's hard to get those right. When will you push it on my side? Hey, there's Jay. Nice. All right, now we got Fighty our fucking face. Okay. The hyperdrive, I mean, possibly he's just trying to cycle. I don't like that. I didn't really have a good play here. He just dropped 6 energy for it, so I was like, all right, let's just get ready for the counter. No big deal. Don't panic. Just make sure you're in a good shape. I like this. The Dougie with the Stand the Great, very dangerous. He can't really do anything. Even the Chaos not stopping me. And the Chaos not doing any damage. The Mecha not doing anything either. Very well done. Mecha taking the bar before he dies. But he did kill I think he might have double shot right there. The Mind Control hits the Osimo, not the Chaos. And we take him out as well. We're going to do the Elf King. Give me an advantage. Putting him a little closer. That plus 21. More damage to the New Kid. Bye. Owen Mecha gets the hit on the New Kid. Oh, let's watch that again. Right now, Mecha, our Mecha, is actually in range of the New Kid. Doesn't have to move. Or no, now he's in range. Starts attacking right now. So he's already targeted New Kid. Too late for that Osimo. Mecha is ready and firing on the New Kid. Very well played. Very well played. Love that Elf King. So much fun. So much fun. Did he miss with Chaos there? Yes, he did. Chaos, very interesting card. The stun is long enough. You don't have to put him right on him. Play him behind a little bit where the cone will be a little bit bigger. The worst thing you can do is whiff a Chaos on a Dougie, especially if it's a freeze Dougie. Oh, you're screwed. You're screwed. So here, this one looked okay at first, but then I was like, shit, you know, this might backfire on me having my push go to the bottom instead of the top like I wanted it to. Osimo had a weird interaction with the New Kid at the back. Terrible poison, pretty much won the game right here. Like at this point, I win the game. That's how important every single energy is in Team Wars. The moment he wasted that 3 energy on that poison, I was like, okay, he can't beat me. I literally thought that in my head. I was like, he can't beat me. I get the minus on him, not the other way around, so that's good. Wasted Mecha at that point, and see how I got his Stand the Great and he didn't get my Stand the Great? So that was just very poorly done on his part. We're keeping that Osimo alive. I probably could have regened here, but instead we're going to slow down that hyperdrive push with the stun. That Mecha was actually good there in that case, but we have a huge advantage here by having a tank ready and waiting. We get the DSR out, and like the other game, I played the poison right after the DSR because that motherfucker did not have 7 energy, so the BHK definitely dies. Don't really have to worry about this because as soon as they switch, Bradley's coming in, and that 155 goes against New Kid. So a huge hit for New Kid from his own mecha, and the Belf takes the bar. Then the boosted mecha takes the bar. Very well played. Love that Elf King play. Very easy to lose to that this week. Make sure you check out the video on Facebook. It's a really good one. Very good one. Light Lest 6999. Beautiful. Beautiful. That game is also in the YouTube video. It's versus Kimmy from Chef's Elite. You should check it out. I know, $69.99. That's like fucking a discount 69ing. Or you could have 3 payments of $29.99 or whatever. BHK here only because I have regen ready. We're going to go ahead and drop the DSR. All right, this is feeling pretty good. We counter it with the regen, and now we just see the ticks go up and up and up. An extra heal from the BHK. The poison comes out, which helps us deal with this guy. Doesn't freeze anybody because of well done positioning. And the Moody Buckethead playing unorthodox, but always playing fun. Playing fun. I had a 69 boost on Mecha. Hell yeah. Good DSR. Hit everybody. Protected New Kid. Not bad. Not bad at all. But that Osimo is actually not one to be fucked with because he's got 128 extra attack, which is actually kind of a lot. I should have just attacked right there. That was stupid. But we freeze him right when he comes out. Well done. Easy bar. Easy bar. All right. We got to be careful here so he doesn't play in a range card just right onto the New Kid. All right. Well done there. Probably the Belf here right behind. Belf, Belf, Belf. Belf, Belf, Belf. I should have played Belf right behind Elf King right there. But we're playing conservatively. We know that Moody doesn't have the luxury of, you know, super high levels. But, I mean, honestly, this week, level 6 Poison, level 5 Chaos, level 6 Belf, level 4 Mecha, level 6 Maxi, level 5 Dragon Slayer, level 6 Stand the Great. I mean, there wasn't really any deficiencies in levels for this account this week, like at all. Dougie this week, got to be very careful. You definitely don't play Dougie when Stand the Great's out there. I mean, terrible play there. Not a whole lot of value. He gets the bar, but I'm not worried at all because we have a commanding lead on his side. We use the regen to keep the Stand the Great alive because Stand the Great's ability is the greatest ability. The poison comes out at the perfect time, taking out the BHK. Even if we mind control him, he dies to the poison. Well done. Well done. All right, we got one final game from Moody. Moody Bucketheads. Moody Bucketheads. Good stuff. I am Professor Derp. All right. Recognize that name, actually, so probably a D ranker. The level 7 Stan the Great kind of shows that. But Mecha feeling good. All right. See what we do here? We make sure that we get the cone wide because the freeze, it's kind of long enough, but this was kind of bullshit right there. He barely survives. Not enough damage out there to deal with him. So now we are on the move, baby. Not actually upset about this. I'm okay with that because that brings it onto my side. If I wanted to stop the Stan the Great from getting hit on me, I would have done it. I could have just frozen him and he would have died. But I kind of wanted him to hit that because I wanted it to get onto my side because I need that advantage. That's the only way I'm going to come back is if I get the advantage of a counter push here. So we're doing good here. We're going to have the DSR ready. Level 5 DSR, pretty tanky, so nothing to be scoffed at here, especially if she's getting extra boost. We're going to go ahead and wait on the Mecha because Mecha's doing pretty good damage here because of all that BHK boost. I wish I could see. He's plus 80 already. We're going to use that to steal the freeze. Not bad. Stan the Great does go down, but the BHK started to hit the Belf, which is very good. Getting that damage out early. The Mecha hitting him too because of that extra range from the Bradley. And now this guy is in trouble. New Kid not going to be able to stop the damage from the Mecha or the BHK. BHK might survive the New Kid Blast. No, he didn't. I could have played the regen, and he would have, though. So that was a mistake on my part. But we use that. We're going to play the Maxi. We pretty much just gave up the Mecha. We probably weren't going to be able to save him. Like I said, Moody always playing conservatively, especially when there's a Dougie out there. And we have the bar. All we need is a good Dougie. We're basically waiting for that Mecha. As soon as the Mecha plays his ability, we're going to play Power Fist Dougie. You can bet on that. That was us making the decision again. We're going to slow play. All we need is that Mecha ability. We're still waiting on it. We want the Mecha ability down, and Stan the Great ability live would also be very impactful. We actually don't care about the Mackie right now. There we go. Well done. We finally baited it. We're going to use the Dougie, and he freeze raid, but we stopped the damage. We're going to regen the Dougie freezes, and he still regen through the DSR, and the damage reduction from the Stan the Great stops the let's roll that back and watch that one more time. Planned ahead. I started planning this move right here. I'm thinking all I gotta do is wait for the Mecha. All we gotta do is wait for the Mecha. So a plan a minute in the making comes to fruition right at the end. Like I said, I don't care about the Maxi there, because I knew it was gonna come down to this play right here. Now it's a level 5 Dougie too, so the fact that he survives this even after a plus 96 Mecha was attacking him, but the Mecha didn't do anything while the Stan the Great was active. Woo! Woo! That guy is mad. He got lucky on that first play to take that bar. Anyway, he didn't deserve that first play. He got lucky that Dougie survived with like probably literally 1 health before he got frozen. Did you miss the update? No, we're doing the update. What are you talking about? What are we doing right now? What do you think we're doing right now? All right, so let's get into it. Let's quick, fast, in a hurry. This week is another repeat week. We've had the same week before. You'll actually probably see a little familiarity into the choices here. Some stuff might have changed because of how levels have, changed since the last time. So we'll see. Yeah, Happy Dude, you got to check out the games, all the games on the YouTubes. Some really good ones. But anyway, this week you'll kind of remember the choices. I don't think this was that long ago, but I remember this actually because I remember the Gunslinger on the Adventure Lock. Very fun. Very fun. So anyway, they're repeating weeks again. Who knows if that'll go forever? Who knows if it'll change? I'll try to scrounge up the Team Wars video from this week. So we have 15 battles from my accounts at least to look at. And that'll give us, a little bit of a benefit going through, maybe the choices as well, but also... but also, how to play the deck and stuff like that. So I'm going to go through it real quick. Cock Magic is an option for removal, and that looks like it might be the only thing. We're going to think about it. I remember this week because we were thinking about going City Walk guy, but also Man-Bear Pig is sort of a really good option this week, and we were thinking that people are going to end up killing their own Man-Bear Pig with City Walk guy, so that wasn't a good idea. Scuzzlebutt versus Jimbo. We all know Jimbo is one of the best cards in the game, especially in Team Wars. So I would say the Jimbo Ned combo is much better than any lucky good combos you could ever get with Coop and City Walk Guy or anything like that. So I would say Jimbo gonna be your option here. Scuzzlebutt not quite good enough and not quite leveled enough to be useful, especially Scuzzlebutt. His only ability is a Death Wish, and the potential that he gets dealt with by a Cock Magic is fairly high, so it's not a good idea to play the Scuzzlebutt. Jimbo, 4 cost, definitely forces the Cock Magic if they have it, so I like that play. Obviously, I think the choices this week are the Jimbo and the Ned. If you go with the City Walk guy, you might have some fun, but the Coop and stuff like that, those cards just aren't consistent enough, and when it comes to the different options, I think you're going to probably want the Cock Magic regardless, or maybe Coop would be okay. I can't remember which. I think I remember we went Coop last time. Well, the problem I have with the Coop bombs is that you're probably going to be trying to blow up Man-Bear Pig, and Man-Bear Pig is going to attack the Coop and kill them or knock them back before you you'd have to have the timing immaculate to pull that off, so I don't love that. Also, you could blow up the cows when you don't want to. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of it. For City Walk guy to work, your deck has to be built for City Walk to work, Just the same as, Critters, Nicole, stuff like that. You really got to have something to really work with it. Rats go down, GG Man-Bear Pig. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's not that much damage, though, Your City Walk guy probably isn't level 5 for the most part for most people, so it's not like it's an incredible amount of damage. The only benefit I would see, and in my opinion, I would probably still go Cox, but then keep the Cox alive and use Gunslinger on him. That's what I would do. But anyway, Sheriff, Terrence Mephisto, not good enough. Catapult is actually one of the best Team Wars cards in the game. He's got a really, really slow speed. You can really slow play with him. He's got enough attack range where he can be impactful from a really safe position. You can keep him alive a long time so that your cycle is at your advantage. His ability with the rats can actually be really good because the rats can really impact fights and potentially get to New Kid and kill it. Terrence Mephisto kills the rats, kills the gnomes, doesn't kill the cocks. That's going to be probably the important part. Doesn't really help against the cows either, which is going to be important. I don't know. I'd have to see stats, but sounds good in theory, yeah. But I will say it's kind of the rats with Catapult and then City Walk guy. It's kind of fun because you can have mobile explosions, but Ned's 3 cost, and it's just such a good value. Even just Ned alone, he's really good DPS, quick attacker, can help deal with gnomes and rats and cocks and stuff like that. All right, so no, Terrence can't one-shot cocks. He at least 2-shots him, unless you get him some sort of boost. He doesn't one-shot him. No, he will with Gunslinger, I guess. Deckhand versus the rats. I'd probably go Deckhand. Deckhand could heal your Man-Bear Pig, could heal your Jimbo, could heal your Satan, I guess. The rats are just going to die to Labard or to the the Cow Stampede or to the Man Bear Pig AoE, Satan, Cock Explosion, Poison, Super Fart. They're gonna stack Belf, or not Belf, Robo Bebe. I mean, if you played them well with Gunslinger, you can really destroy damage for sure. Put them behind Man Bear Pig when Man Bear Pig's attacking forward and just beat on them. So I could see that being useful, but I think Deckhand is always a good choice in Team Wars, I think, if you play it well. But you know what? The rats are pretty... God, there's so much that deals with the rats, though. There's so much that deals with the rats. Poison, Super Fart, AoE, Monkey's Blast, Labard, Jimbo AoE. I mean, there's just so much. So much. I like the Deckhand for this week, for sure. Cows, obviously, are the choice. It's just very difficult to deal with the cows, even level 5 with new kids, so... Good choice there. Although, honestly, Labard, fairly good card this week. I could see going... Honestly, I think we went Labard with no cows this week. I honestly think we did. Because with Gunslinger, you can really counter the cows just with New Kid, because New Kid can just beat up on the cows. Labard really deals with the cows. 1248 damage from 4 rats. If all 4 of them are alive when it goes off, it's very possible one of them dies fairly soon after getting played, you know? If someone's good enough, they'll have poison ready. They could poison the rats and kill them before your City Walk guy goes off. But either way, I could definitely take bars and do well with cows, but I could also see the enemy being able to deal with cows and maybe counter pushing off them pretty well. So Labard counters a lot this week. Can potentially counter the cards that are going to get City Walk exploded. He's a decent unit himself. I could see either of them being okay. He does kind of deal with the cows. But this week for cows, it's always about the counter push. Sometimes, just like with Dougie, you just got to give up the bar. It's not worth spending 10 energy to stop the cows if you're just going to lose afterwards, right? So give up the bar, reset, win with the 2 or a 2-bar push. DSR over Witch Doctor. I shouldn't even have to explain why. If I do have to explain why, then you should join my Patreon and learn how to play the game. We have gnomes and the monkey. I like the monkey to kind of deal with the riffraff. Also, monkey attacking Man Bear Pig while Man Bear Pig's attacking something else is pretty good damage. Monkey can also really help with the cows. The gnomes have the potential to die to the cow stampede much easier. Or just to get, instant gibbed by the Labard. Although I think Labard probably kills the monkey too, huh? But even if Labard does kill the monkey, there's still some AoE blast, right? So works out all right. The gnomes 2 cost though, I could see that being a better choice. But I personally think the monkey's a great card, especially at level 14 New Kid can't deal with him. He gets a hit because of his slightly extended range. Good stuff. Man Bear Pig versus Satan. I want to say Satan's the choice this week, although there's not a whole lot to do. Well, no. I mean, you have DSR, you have cock magic potential, you have incredible damage potential from gunslinger combos. I think Man Bear Pig would be a stupid choice this week. So Satan's the choice. Satan can kill any range card pretty much this week. Satan's a really good way to deal with cows. Satan can deal with the City Walk guy and the Jimbo and the Ned and all that kind of stuff. How many chickens in a coop? I think, there's 2 at the end now, or there's 3 at the end now, because it spawns one last one, and then when it dies, it spawns 2. So it might be more like 13, 14, 15 or something. I know they changed it a while back, and I can't remember what it was. But I think it's more than 10, especially if you include the last 2. But yeah, I think Satan's the choice. Satan just deals with a lot of the backline, a lot of the danger. Cock Magic versus the Coop. I would say the Coop is a good choice for the Gunslinger. Gunslinger's the choice. Robo. like Robo can get pretty fast, but I don't think she one-shots the cock. So even if she's attacking really fast, she still has to attack the cock twice to kill him. So not really that useful, I don't think. Yeah, happy dude, but that's if you get it perfectly on every one. A lot of the times what'll happen is you'll explode one, and you'll also explode the one that just spawned at the other end. So you have to really time it well to be able to use the City Walk guy before another one spawns that it would be basically worthless. So it's better to have, like... It's tough. It's tough. Obviously, Ned's the choice if you go Jimbo. If you don't go Jimbo, I guess... you could potentially go City Walk guy with Scuzzlebutt. Does Scuzzlebutt count as a animal and get killed by City Walk guy? I actually don't know. I don't know. Poison versus Super Fart. Poison kills the Ned. That's enough reason to run the poison. Poison could kill, while you're killing the Ned, you could kill Bebe, I think. You could kill Gunslinger, maybe. You could kill a gnome. You could kill rats. You could kill cocks. You can actually deal with quite a bit of riffraff with the poison. And this week, there's nothing to heal it. Last week, you could heal the poison. It was still the right choice. This week, you can't heal the poison, so that's a choice. And then Garrison versus Dog Poo. I mean, in theory, you'd think that the Garrison with the AoE attack would be good against the cocks and stuff like that, but realistically, Garrison is just a waste of 5 energy. At least the Dog Poo could help deal with... Actually, he does an okay job dealing with the cows because he kind of chunks them. You want to do damage like in chunks with the cows because then you can do a couple hits on the way. Garrison just not worth it. His ability's never going to hit anything good because of all the swarm that's going to be running around. I would say Dog Poo. And Dog Poo can like pretty much one-shot Ned and Gunslinger and stuff like that. So I think it's a good card. Only 3 cost too for that tank busting unit. I think that should be pretty good. Same can be said for Cock Magic. Yeah. But I mean, Cock Magic at least, like, there's definitely... I mean, even if you just lead... If you lead with cows, playing Cock Magic is an okay play. It's just that big of a threat, right? I mean, just having the Cock Magic on the off chance they play Jimbo Ned, that's a pretty decent play. Like, maybe they lead with Man Bear Pig. There's some people that might play poorly because they think that Cock Magic wasn't the choice, which makes Cock Magic a good choice. But I think the value that you can get just from the simple combo of Gunslinger and Coop, and that's a combo that's like hard to fuck up, right? If you get 3 or 4 cocks that, aren't getting attacked by anything and are going to survive for a bit, get that Gunslinger out there. His first ability comes pretty quickly, and you can take good advantage of it. Or getting the Gunslinger on cows. Like, if there's a good cow push and you can get the cows out there, you get the Gunslinger out there on him. That's pretty much 3 bars right there. Yeah, 3 level 6 or 7 chickens. I mean, that's fair, but that's where you could, that's why you have the, the deckhand or the gnomes, or the Coop itself kind of counters that as well. Ideally, you'd play Coop, and then hopefully they fuck up and play poorly, and you can play Cock Magic into that. I actually agree. I think one of the most important parts of this week will definitely be getting good Gunslinger value. On defense, probably most likely. If New Kid is hitting with that Gunslinger boost, it's very impactful. Very impactful. Satan takes the cows, yep. Yeah, I would save Satan for the cows. That's why, honestly, I think Labard's a better choice. Labard deals with some riffraff that poison maybe wouldn't deal with. Maybe you poison something, then Labard, and then pretty much everything in the game is dead. Every range, at least. Level 4, Satan kills 5. Yeah, and even if it doesn't kill him, it, like, leaves them low enough where a new kid pretty much deals with them and Satan can chip them. So it doesn't have to kill them outright to deal with them very well. You gotta remember, they're still pretty slow on the attack. But yeah, that was the week. So we've definitely had this conversation before, but I think slightly what would be different is potentially what people's cows levels have been in the past might be different. So you might see much more level 6 cows. I would say maybe more Jimbo levels. Ned levels might be higher nowadays. But otherwise, you know, I don't think anything else is really going to impact. It's not like any card has been changed or anything like that. You know, sometimes you'll get a card that, you know, they do a repeat week and that card was buffed or something. So it's a very different choice. Cows are all 6 and 7 in gold now. I mean, not quite, but it's pretty. It's not uncommon to see the 6s and 7s. Well, 7's pretty uncommon. I'd say it's uncommon. I'd say it's rare to see a 7, uncommon to see a 6, and almost everybody has 5. You need 200 cows to 6? Yeah, I think I'm at like 4 or 5 or something like that. I haven't really been playing. Don't have to go in order. I don't have to go in order. I need 200 cows. Nice. Okay. So now, we have the first of these weekly updates that are going to be, I guess, bi-weekly. Is that how you put it? Wouldn't bi-weekly mean twice a week? Not once every week? Because if I say something's biannual, that means twice in 1 year, not once every 2 years. Right? So how the fuck does bi-weekly mean once every 2 weeks? So bi-weekly works like that, but not, you know, anything else? We need that thinking about it emote. Anyway, so like I was saying, we'll figure out a way to replace this time for the future, but quite a bit to talk about this time around. We have a new card coming. It is a legendary card, and it will be featured this weekend. So if you're wondering about when you should find the time to play South Park, the best choices will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. Possibly Monday. I'm not sure if it goes into that. 4 years and they're still doing character variants, it seems. Well, I mean, you kind of have to. Like, why wouldn't you? Should be one of each and everything. Easy way to make more content. Mystic West, what's up, buddy? What up? All right, so we have nice emote. So we have the new card, Alchemist Scott, level 4 fantasy card. He will be legendary, so that is the event this weekend. A legendary event. There's Dog Poo Wednesday, Thursday, so don't worry about that one, in my opinion. Unless you need it for Team Wars for this week, play those Dog Poo missions. Kyla Drow Elves, always good to have leveled up, so if you don't have him leveled up, play that one. Rapid Fire Chaos, probably pretty fun, that one. The rules are Rapid Fire. What is the rule again? All range fantasy cards will have increased speed, so that includes him. Please also note that Chaos reruns have been reset to their original prices, so it's 50, not 25. Took them long enough to make another Scott Malkinson, yeah. I'm Scott Malkinson. No NFTs. I'm just here thinking about the word poof. Cheesy poof. Okay. So the way that his ability works is that he's got a charge ability kind of similar to Captain Wendy, but instead of that charge doing damage, the charge puts marks on the enemy, and those marks will basically explode when Alchemist Scott hits them. It's a pretty decent range explosion. The animation for it is really fucking cool, but it's going to be a nightmare when there's 2 Scots out at once fucking shit up. Like, it's going to be crazy. It'll probably make a lot of phones lag. But it looks pretty good at a higher level, like 6 or 7. That AoE that it adds does 300 damage, I think it was. So at level 4 or at level 5, Alchemist Scots, you're going to have well above attack of, like, you know, not ninja, like Medusa and stuff like that, I think, because 99 is pretty good for base. And not a lot of health though. He probably won't be super beefy, but the AoE is basically like a Nathan AoE. He's basically getting a Nathan bomb without the knockback on his hits, but he has to use the ability. So the ability just kind of slows it down so that you can't just like always have that. So it's a kind of an interesting setup. It's definitely could be potentially very, very good. But the thing is, it doesn't really deal with single target good hit cards. And this is, you know, there's not a whole lot of swarm stuff going on anymore. No range card should be doing 320 base damage. Well, no, his ability does 320 base damage. So he has to use the ability and then attack you. And then that attack will do extra. So, I mean, honestly, very difficult to prevent that. Very easy to do that. The range is fairly long. But I would say, you know, him having a lower health pool is probably what's going to keep him in check. Just like Ned. Like, Ned is a bonkers good card. But the fact that he's just so squishy, it makes him a little bit less of a problem because, you know, it doesn't take much to kill him. But I'll read it through. Is once he's charged, he'll be able to mark the 3 cards closest to him before setting them up for serious damage. I assume that you couldn't use it if there's nobody in range. Much like Captain Wendy's. This range card will be Fantasy's newest legendary, and we can't wait for you to try him out and let us know your thoughts. As is tradition, he'll be added to Chaos this week, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays out there. Alchemist Scott will also be the star of the show this weekend. He'll be the focus, which means he'll also be the reward. So make sure you finish that. Scott Malchemist. Yeah, that's a good one. You're whaling it to 7. I mean, it's undeniably good. I think I'll wait to decide to buy packs until I play with him leveled up. And then we'll see how I feel about it. Like, Sparky, I thought was really good, but not good enough because he had that one bug. Not good enough to justify buying him to like level 4 or 5 because it's like hundreds of dollars. Like, it's just not at this stage in my career. I just do not care about having new cards leveled because not very many other people are, you know. So yeah, this weekend's gonna be fun though. We'll have, you know, you could do Elf King Bradley with him, could potentially be good, but if potentially not, because if he doesn't get in range of his ability, it might actually counter himself, sort of. But if we look at the weekend total, it's got 125. It probably is only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so make sure it's kind of hard to do that in one sitting, especially if you're doing it on Sunday. So I would say try to get some games in. Try to get halfway there on Friday with a high point deck, and then Saturday, Sunday, you can go to a lower point deck and kind of breeze through it. That's I would say is the most carefree, stressless way to do it. Otherwise, if you really want to put in like a 15-point deck and only have to win, 14 games, then it's possible. It's possible. You might whale him to 3. Yeah. Goes to Monday. Okay. Yeah, I see that now. Okay. So that's good. That gives you a little bit of a boost. So that's good that they're giving us that extra time. And then obviously we're looking 2 weeks ahead because that's just how they're going to do it now. Scuzzlebutt Wednesday, Thursday. You never know when they're going to buff Scuzzlebutt. So I would definitely play. You probably don't have him 4. You might not have him 5. You definitely don't have him 6. So definitely worth, even if it's just like 9 or whatever it is, like it's worth it to get it. It all adds up. All this stuff every week, it all adds up. Frontier Bradley this weekend will be kind of fun. We'll see what kind of shenanigans we'll get into. Draft mission, no big deal. Resistance Chaos, that one. What is Resistance Chaos? All tanks will cost 1 energy point less than usual. And New Kid will have increased health. Wow, that sounds fucking boring. Wow. That sounds fucking boring. Having to start a legendary event on Monday? LOL. Is that one weirdo on the official Discord who's halfway to level 7? That's crazy. I mean, he's fairly good if you pair him well, but there's just not a whole lot that really takes a huge benefit. But yeah, let's go through the balance changes again real quick. We've already talked about this before, but Priest Maxi is going to get a change. No longer will you be able to stack his heal multiple times by healing him back past the threshold. But now what will happen is when he's not enraged, his power heal is just increased. They doubled it basically. So now when he's normally healing, he's healing like 4 per tick, right? And now he'll be healing 8 per tick, which means instead of on the bonus he'll be doing 8 per tick, he's now gonna be doing 16 per tick. So it's gonna be much more consistently good, but he won't have that incredible upside of being like unstoppably good, right? So I like that. I don't like the idea of cards that can like, you know, just get incredibly strong with like no real way to deal with it. Castle Defender and Arrow Tower are changing. Castle Defender is going to be out there instead of 30 seconds for 60 seconds, which makes it a much better card in my opinion. So I would say that definitely changes some future Castle Defender choices. Previously, the biggest problem with the Castle Defender was the fact that it just wasn't alive that long. You kind of were forced to 30 seconds after you played it to kind of commit to a push. But now it'll be much easier to play it as an actual defender and then use that tank, you know, maybe use the tank or just let the tank die or whatever. Arrow Tower is now, instead of going to be out for 100, which is pretty much half the game, it's now going to be out for 60 seconds. You can increase its health with like Robin Tweak and it'll stay out longer, so definitely an option there. And then Imp Tweak is going to just change so he can't pull towers and traps and stuff. And now Alien Clyde will be able to hit aerial units, which is basically just like BHK would be the only thing I could think. Maybe Mintberry Crunch, I guess. But we'll see. You know, there's not a whole lot of updates anymore. I think people are still kind of getting used to the new stuff, and maybe they're struggling getting people to come. But it does see this 2,500 views, 11 replies. Not terrible, but let's get into it. Still no love for legendary Butters, but Scott gets one before Butters, but he has diabetes. Yeah, so that's fair. He's a little bit higher. I think having diabetes puts you a little bit higher on the what do they call it? Like the oppression scale or whatever. So even though Kenny is poor, or not Kenny, Butters. We're talking about Butters here. Even though Butters is, well, he's not poor, is he? Even though Butters is a fucking loser. Diabetes still wins. Actually, I guess Butters is like, you know, cisgendered white male, right? Fuck him. Or at least we think. He might be a homo. Can you please tell me why TVT choices have all been repeats for the last few months and when you expect that to be fixed? I don't think it's something to fix. I think it was a conscious decision to do that, and they just need to decide if they want to continue that or not. Butters is grounded. Oh yeah, he's bi-curious. I would ask you privately, but like many others, you don't reply to my queries. Well, I mean, if you were in her shoes, would you, sorry, I just took off my socks, so I have my socks in my hand. If you were in her shoes, would you fucking respond to every dipshit that's talking to her on Discord? Nuh-uh. Buck made a huge mistake by actually responding to people. He should have never had his DMs open to people. Like, talk to me through the official channels or don't talk to me at fucking all. Last week you wrote at the end of your update, please let me know what's on your mind these days when it comes to our lovely little game. The team is always interested to know, and I'm always happy to share. As always, best of luck on the battlefield. A lot of fellow community members have let you know what is on their mind and have either been ignored or blocked. Well, I mean, if you say what's on your mind, if you truly say what's on your mind, you're going to get blocked. Yeah. A lot of OG players are getting frustrated at the lack of help and response to when we have a question, comment, or concern. I mean, like, I get it, but like being an OG player doesn't give you any sort of benefit at all to the community manager. Like, that's just not how it works. It's not their job to coddle to the OGs. It's their job to get new players in. That's the fucking goal. Because every single, like the majority of people that play will quit playing. Like, their goal is not to get people to play the game forever. The goal is to keep continually getting new people to support the, you know, the longevity of the game. To keep as many people around as you can, because obviously churn is a big part of it. But like 5% of OG players quitting is not as important as the 20% of new players that they just got. So no, you're not that important. Just because you've been playing for a long time, for all intents and purposes, you're so fucking pot committed at this point, they don't have to care about you. They don't have to, because you're pot committed. You're not giving away, or you're not moving off of your $10,000 account or $1,000 account or even $100 account, just depending on who you are. I mean, some people could put $10 in and feel committed to play the game forever. It just depends on who you are. So no, you don't get any extra special treatment because you've been here for 5 years. If anything, you should know how it's like. You should understand how it works, and you should understand that even though 90% of the community might think a certain way, that does not mean that it's the correct thing, because the community at the end of the day will always be thinking about themselves, not the longevity of the game, not the, you know, the bottom line of the game, not the type of stuff that needs to be thought about from a business perspective to keep the game running for 5 fucking years and to be the most consistently updated game of its type of all time, more than Clash Royale, more than anything. There's more options in one fucking theme in South Park than there are in the entirety of Clash Royale, pretty much, or any game like that, Heroic or World War Do or Champion Strike or anything like that. They didn't get 20% more people. You and me just started new accounts. That is quite funny. That is quite funny. And to an extent, you're not wrong, but at the end of the day, does it matter? Does it matter? But yeah. The game's a grind. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again. And that's what these games are. Like, Call of Duty isn't fucking vastly different over the years, right? It's not like they get new game types that just revolutionize the fucking world. No, it's the same shit over and over again. Except that one you have to pay money for every year because it's a new one. The game's dead and has been for months now. Last week, the lowest challenge point score, which was a score of like 1 win, 3 losses, like 15 points. At that point, there's like 11,000 people. So 11,000 people played challenge mode. And then a bunch more after that, it doesn't show this, but a bunch more after that clicked join, never played a match, and got 70 PvP tickets at the end, or coins or whatever it is. So when you're looking at a weekly scale, even 10,000 people playing your game at a weekly scale, which could mean 30, 40,000 are playing at a monthly scale, which could mean 100,000 are playing on a yearly scale. That's not a dead game. That's a game that flourishes. I could start an account tonight and get matches fairly quickly, all the way up to whatever rank I wanted to stop playing at. I can be ranked 7,000 on one of my accounts and get a match within 10 seconds almost at any moment in the day, whether it's 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 8 a.m., doesn't matter. You'll get a game fairly quickly. And when I'm playing my other games, there's a fairly good amount of players that play them. When you look at the leaderboards, there's hundreds of people up there. You know, there's a lot of people on the event local leaderboards and stuff. But if I play at 2 a.m., I cannot get a match. And that is a global game. Do you understand that? I'm playing people from Israel. I'm playing for people from fucking Bangladesh, from fucking Brazil, because Brazilians are all over the games like that. And I can play with anybody in the world. But if I play at 2 a.m., my time, nobody's fucking playing the game. It takes me 3-4 minutes to get a match. And I'm not waiting that long for a game that can only sometimes last 2 minutes. So South Park has done a great job of prioritizing matchmaking queues and keeping matchmaking queues populated by not saturating the game with a bunch of dumb fucking game types that'll keep you busy doing other stupid shit instead of playing the fucking game. You ever play AFK Arena? You know how many times you click that has nothing to do with actually playing the game? How many taps a week you just tap opening packs or fucking clicking buttons or whatever? It's dumb. Time to reset Team Wars again. There's a lot of taters in there. I agree, Happy Dude. I think last time they did that was a lot of fun. I don't think it changed the integrity of the top 10 at all, and top 10 or 20, and it gave the opportunity for teams that were abusing the system for so long when it was broken. Now that the system is fairly good as far as like the crown setup and stuff like that, now that that system is fairly good and it's a little bit harder to, you know, to game that system, you know, by moving those points down, you know, TMI is no longer top 3, right? Because they just don't have enough members to get the points, because a lot of the points that you get every week is from, you know, just one player getting 100 points. But yeah, I agree. It should be like, I would say based on how long it took for it to be like taterful, a full tater salad, I would say every 4 months reset it. Still, oh, you said that. These balance changes, fantasy everywhere, man, bear, pig, pope everywhere, fantasy gets a new broken card. Also, playing just now, lag, and more lag. Well, that's nobody's fault but your own. Server up and down constantly. I mean, happens. We need a buff to Pirate Wendy so she can be as good as the other Wendy's. She's definitely not as good as Call Girl Wendy, that's for sure. What are the other Wendy's? Angel Wendy. Angel Wendy's good in Team Wars. Pretty dog shit in normal. What's the other Wendy? Call Girl, Angel, Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden's very good. What's the other one? Sci-Fi? Ice Sniper. Oh yeah. Ice Sniper is good. Yeah. I would say she's probably the worst Wendy. But that's partially because all the other Wendy's are really good. So, previously she was definitely better than Ice Sniper, but Ice Sniper's buff put her above that. I would say Angel and her are... Angel edges her out in Team Wars. I would say Captain Wendy edges her out in normal mode, because being able to like use Captain Wendy to kill like maybe a Mysterion that spawned or stuff like that, that triple shot to be able to deal with some riffraff is actually quite impactful. I play Captain Wendy quite a bit, probably more than anybody in the game, honestly, and she's quite she can be really good. You guys know I've been playing her a long time. Ice Sniper though, very good. Shield Maiden, I mean, the shit I can do with her and her shield is just stupid. Fucking dumb card, man. The game's dead, has blah, blah, blah. We already read that. But yeah, the game's not dead. Like, and even if the game was dead, they're not going to shut it down, you know? Like, they're going to keep the servers open, even if they never change anything ever again. They'll be like, well, this is the game you got, but keep playing and you'll have a level 7 deck someday, you know? Could be fun. Someone quit playing 4 months ago. Why do they care enough to go to the forums to bitch? Yeah, that's really stupid. Yeah. Stagnant, boring, and above all disappointing. I mean, at the end of the day, this game is so much fucking fun to play. The battles are fun. The battles are fun. Like, I can sit here and play this game in front of you guys for 4 or 5 hours. As long, like, if I'm not playing some shitty event deck and get my ass kicked throughout it. If I'm playing a legitimate deck and have it, like, I have a legitimate chance every single battle I have a good chance of winning. The game's so much fun. We play for hours, and you motherfuckers sit here and watch me play it for hours. And you're telling me that the game's boring? Stagnant? Yeah. Every game like this is going to get stagnant. It's like saying chess is stagnant, you fucking dipshit. Like, it's just not, it doesn't make sense. Is chess stagnant? Is fucking checkers stagnant? Yeah. Well, it's kind of easy to win when you never move your back row. Ever. It is stupid fun, win or quit. Win or quit, yeah. Win or quit. I like that. I mean, you can't deny the awesome feeling when you just dick somebody down with a cool combo, you know? And it's accessible. You can play it while you're shitting. You can play it with one hand. You can play it while you're watching TV. It's a fun game. Doesn't take that much thought and effort to do. So it's, you know, easy to talk to people while you're doing it and stuff like that. Black Sheep. Yeah, Jerome knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, are there better mobile games out there? Sure, maybe. Do I think... Are there any that are better that are like actual gameplay? I mean, unless it's something like fucking Mobile Legends Bang Bang or League of Legends Wild Rift or whatever, unless it's like a legitimate game like that, there's not a whole lot of games where the gameplay is more fun and engaging and real time than South Park. Most of these fucking games, Animation Throwdown and shit like that, you're playing bots. You're playing a bot account, a AI representation of their deck, or you're playing only AI, or you're playing, you know, like that Guns Up mobile game that I was playing earlier. Very fun game, very good game, well done game based on an old PS4 and Steam game. But you never play against somebody. You're playing against somebody's base that they built up, but you're not playing against their thoughts and their actions. You can't outplay them. You can't outthink them necessarily. I mean, you sort of can, but like, not really. Whereas South Park uniquely, and you know, some of these other games, Tower Rush games, I play a lot of those. You can check out my TikTok if you want to get a look at those. They're just more engaging, you know. And then if you compare it to like fucking, what was that game that Fatseb played for a while? Summoner's War or whatever, Centuria or whatever. Like, that's not a game. It's a fucking battle simulator that you click a button every once in a while. It's just like AFK Arena. It's an AFK game, which means there's no game. There's no game. And then that Mana Strike game, you remember Mana Strike? Everybody left South Park for Mana Strike, and they're talking shit. Like, I remember somebody said, "Oh yeah, I've been playing for like a month, and I have like a max deck." And I was like, do you actually have a max deck, or do you just have like a competitive deck for the moment? And he like kind of waffled a little bit, and he's like, no, it's pretty much max. And I was like, okay, well, if that is true, if that's true that you're maxed and you've been playing for a month, then this game won't last a year, because nobody will fucking stick around. The only reason people play these games is for the collection of it. A lot, like, you open the game on Wednesdays to get your fucking packs. You open the games to get your requests. You open the game to get your free packs. You play it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you're not playing the event, just to get your packs, just to get your caps or whatever. So Magic the Gathering, or no, Mana Strike, which was Wizards of the Coast. It was Magic the Gathering. It's like based on that. That game, it died. Like, they pulled support completely, turned off the servers, because It did. I get it. From what I heard, definitely didn't have a good pay model. Definitely didn't have a whole lot to do, and it was apparently very easy to upgrade your deck to a competitive level, which is actually detrimental to the longevity of the game, because part of the reason that people fall in love with games like this and they become like a part of their daily day-to-day life is the timing aspect. Every 4 hours you get a PvP pack. Every day you come in and get a free pack or something like that, you know? In some other games, it's like, ooh, every day you can watch an ad for a chance at a free thing or something like that. And, you know, every day, you know, you can only win 25 wins a day or 45 wins a day, or, you know, every 2 hours you can play again and open a chest, or, you know, you unlock 4 chests and you have to wait 5 hours to play again. And all of this stuff is made so that the game becomes not, I wouldn't necessarily use the word addictive, but like you're addicted to it to an extent, but so it becomes routine. Like the game, like Wordle became famous and so you know, so pop culture or whatever you want to call it, because it was a new thing every day that everybody did the same thing, but it was once a day. So it was like, ooh, did you do the Wordle today? Or ooh, did you this? It's not just like, oh, did you play Fortnite last night? Like, that's not a conversation. But if you're saying like, hey, did you get this one singular thing done? It keeps you coming back every day, right? So if I'm talking about, you know, if there's a daily pack that I can open that's like a better pack than anything else, I have to come back every day to get that pack. Like, I feel it. I feel a necessity in me for, like, I've put time into this game. I want to have the best account. If I'm being serious about this game, I have to play this game enough every day to finish the event, to get the packs, whatever I can get. You know, like, if you're being serious about a game like this, you have to play it every 4 hours and take advantage of the free rewards that they get. Otherwise, you have to pay money for them. You have to spend 45. If you want to get a lot of those packs, you spend 45 cash to get them. Spend 45 cash or wait 4 hours. It's up to you. If I had to do TVT every day, I just wouldn't. Yeah. And imagine if TVT was like more battles. Imagine if it was like 7. Imagine if you could keep playing it over and over again until you just... Bobby, what'd you do? Imagine if you just keep playing it over and over again and just accumulated the most points. Like, and whoever wins over the weekend is who plays the most, which is the majority of every other game that I play. When it comes to events, the people who are at the top of the events are the people who play the most, because that's all that matters. There's no restrictions to how much you can play the events. There's no stopping point. There's nothing. Like, these people could keep playing the game over and over and over again, and the only way to beat them is to either spend more money or spend more time. And that this game is uniquely different than that. Uniquely different. It's not Trials of Osiris on Destiny 2 that you can just keep playing over and over again. You played Narcos for a year? Yeah, Narcos is basically I believe it's a skin basically of the, like, the pot farm model. There's billions of games like that. It's pot farm. It's it's the one where it's the Trailer Park Boys, where it's basically pot farm. There's ones where it's, you know, just a garden or whatever. Like, it's all the same shit, just reskinned. There's a Walking Dead one. There's a like, just any IP that gets the hold of it, they just make it for that. You know, there's a Disney one, probably, whatever it might be. I will grind the fuck out of events on the weekend for the double loot. Yeah, and if you're really serious about advancing, like, 45 wins a day, especially on card packs for those double legendary chances. Like, I mean, I haven't hit locker limit in forever, but back when I was streaming originally, I played on Tuesday. Like, I streamed Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then Saturday. I didn't play South Park. I played, you know, whatever Steam game. We called it Steam Slayer Saturday. And but I played the event outside of the stream, because, like, I would hang out with my buddies. We'd be watching fucking Rick and Morty or something, and, you know, I'd be playing, you know, my friend would be playing League of Legends on his laptop. I'd be playing on my phone, whatever it might be. But on Tuesday, Thursday, I got locker limit. And that's why I actually started the Adventure Lock, was because I was finishing Locker Limit in like 2 hours, and I wanted to stream for like 4 or 5 hours on those nights. And I couldn't justify playing only for packs, you know? I couldn't justify playing only for rank or whatever, or only to finish events or finish Battle Pass or whatever it might be. I just couldn't justify that, so I started another account so we could keep playing and get other rewards. Narcos, Cartel Wars, and Strategy. But you can spend money in there? Oh, I bet. I mean, I remember a pot farm event where I had saved up all of these, like, I think it was fertilizer that let you like grow your plants immediately. And I saved up all these things, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna win this event. Like, the events happen every so often. They last for a day, or sometimes they last for 8 hours or whatever it is. But I was like, I'm gonna get the emerald reward for this event, which it literally goes to one person per group. Maybe there was more groups, I don't know, but one person gets the emerald, and then everybody, you know, a bunch of people get gold and whatever. And the emerald thing was it was like a gnome that was high, passed out on a fucking toadstool or something like that. It was dope. I wanted it for my pot farm. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use the event was to just harvest a certain type of weed. And it was like OG Kush or something, whatever it was. And it takes 8 hours to grow it. Like, there's nothing you can do. You could put it in all of your things, but it takes 8 hours to grow it. Unless you use this fertilizer shit that I had thousands of because I had never used it. So I used all of it, and I still had to fucking play the entire time. Like I'm not exaggerating. I couldn't even really sleep because I would lose my spot because somebody else would take it. Because it was just who could play the most. It wasn't about who was better. It wasn't about anything like that. It was just who could play the most, who could click their phone enough. Like, who could click their phone more than the other person. It's dumb, man. It's dumb. And in South Park, I can beat Kimmy from Chef's Elite and single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, 2 people help me out, but hand them a 24 for the points that makes them lose to Dire Tide, which is one of my sister teams. Like, my one game immediately impacted 50 of my teammates. Like, that's fucking dope. You can't say that about fucking any other game. Even World of Warcraft, it's like you raided with 60 other people. Big whoop. Could have been anybody else in your place. Bud Farms. Well, the one I played was Pot Farm. I'm sure it's very similar though. But yeah, I mean, I think I won 3 of them, and I'm not shitting you. The ones I won were like flash ones where they're like only a few hours, and I was just like, I was watching a movie or something. You know, that was what I was doing. I was playing this game. And still, it's like, if I didn't focus, like if I wasn't really focused and like really doing it the whole time, like if I was just like casually doing it, I wasn't gonna win because the other people were sitting there. Fucking probably have 5 phones out there doing it with a bunch of accounts. It's just like, no matter what, like when you go to these games, like when I'm playing South Park's kind of my main game, but I still don't play it that much as like compared to other stuff, because I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games that kind of have like daily shit that I try to do, or battle passes that I'm trying to finish or whatever, because I enjoy all these different types of games and I enjoy seeing what's out there. But in every single one of these games where I'm fairly good, I have max accounts in some of these games, and I've beaten top 10 players in the game before in some of these games. Like there's other people in the game that play it all the time, right? So I'm never going to be as good as them. My account will never be quite as good as theirs because they play it every fucking day for 20 games, and I play a game every 3 days or something like that, you know? Like I play it as casually as I have to finish the battle passes. in a lot of these. And in a lot of them, I end up, using gems or something to finish them out. But it's definitely not a dead game. It's the most uniquely free-to-play friendly, but it's also like it's also like incredibly expensive to actually get cards up. I mean, I played World War II. I spent $10. I got 5 legends. Champion Strike, you spend $20, you get 2 legends and 35 epics or something like that. Like, in some cases, you can spend $10 and you get 3 legend cards, or they're hero cards in that game. But it's just ridiculous what you can get for low cost in those games. But then those games have different setups. So like, your coins, the only thing. Coins is what you use in the shop. Coins is what you use to buy cards, to upgrade cards, everything. So you just fucking run out of coins. But in South Park, you run out of coins and stuff, yeah, but the material system kind of circumvents that, where you don't have to spend 100,000 coins to level up a card. You just have to spend 20,000. But then you also need the mats, right? So it's just a little bit easier. But anyway, that does it for the stream. We're gonna head out for the night. I was gonna keep streaming and doing something afterwards, but we played a little Final Fantasy before the stream, so that worked out. And then I'm gonna try to get to bed early tonight, because I just have not been sleeping well, so we'll try it out. Do they now Mystic? I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, other games have like mythic theme cards too. But we will see you guys. We'll be streaming tomorrow for, the typical South Park. I'll probably cut it off earlier than normal. What I'll probably do is I'll probably start earlier than normal. I usually start at 8 on those on Tuesdays. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start at like 6, and then I'm going to actually end at 8. We're just going to do like 2 hours because the Warriors play tomorrow night. And it's round 2 of the playoffs, game 2. So I wanna watch that one. It's been a really exciting series so far. So we're gonna still get the stream in though. So I'll try to get it started early, get a couple hours of South Park in, and then call it a night. And then I do plan on streaming Friday this weekend. Friday night for an hour or 2, we'll play Smash Legends or Final Fantasy or whatever. Probably not South Park, maybe a little South Park. And then, yeah, Cheerios. I'll do that. I could do that. I'll do a jokes and packs. I could do that shit. And then Saturday, we're going to do a stream, the normal stream, on Saturday, where we're going to do like YouTube thumbnails, and we're going to mess with we're probably going to update the stream deck. We got a new big one, so we're gonna update this and add some pretty little buttons to it and figure out what kind of shenanigans we can get into with that, and any other sort of updates that we can think of. So we'll do that. And then obviously Sunday will be South Park and retro. We'll be getting into Blood Rain again. We'll probably try to play that quite a bit next week, because we've been slacking on it, and I want to finish these retro games so I can stop subscribing to that channel on Amazon Luna. So we're gonna leave it with the keyboard cat. We will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye bye.